It's getting a little thundery out there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey everybody, it is Heath. It is the Groovy Gold Hunter, and I am where I'm always at. I'm in my garage, actually. I'm not in here much at all. But when I am here, you know what I'm doing. I'm doing pay dirt stuff. I'm doing gold stuff. And that's what we're going to do tonight. I've been buying some pay dirts. I'm trying to stock up so I can do some reviews for you guys. Most of them I've done before. The one I have tonight, I have done this company's before, but I haven't done this particular pay dirt. So let's roll the intro and let's talk about it. Enjoy. Yes, I've got 3 pay dirts that came in, and I've got 3 more that are supposed to be coming in probably next week, but I'm not doing this one tonight, but I wanted to show it to you because I just bought this one on a whim, and it's called DBG, the hardest pay dirt you will ever pan, and it's crushed ore. I only paid like 20 bucks for it, so I'm not expecting anything in here at all. But yeah, it's exactly what it says it is. It's somebody that crushed some ore, stuck it in a little bag. I'm going to do that at another time because I think I'm going to have to do some smelting on this and learning how to do that process to get the gold out of this. I'm not experienced enough to do that. So instead we're going to do this guy, GoldNuggetSales.com, and I've never bought this bag, but I've bought from him several times. This, what is this? The best of California. You get that? It's the best. Thumbnail. I doubt I'll be going, man, you suck. Because he's pretty good when it comes to pay dirt. So we're going to do this one tonight. This is Gold Nugget Sales, like I just said. So there it is. That's what we're going to do tonight. You know the drill. We're going to open it up, put it in a bowl, classify it, pan it, get the gold out, see how much we got, get a value, get an ROI, and we'll be done. Good night. Okay, so I thought I was recording and I was not. My bad. There it is right there. I just opened it up. I was sitting there opening it up. Didn't even have my camera on. Sorry. But there it is in a bowl. Not a whole lot of material. We're going to classify this. Let me get my classifiers, all that good stuff. We'll start with the 10 mesh. I don't think 1/4 inch is going to do it any good. There'll probably be maybe 2 rocks in there on the 1/4 inch. So I know I'm not going to have any gold in the 4 mesh or the 1/4 inch. I'm going to dump this anyway, just to see how many rocks are in the 4 mesh. Most of this is very, very fine dirt. Do a quick shake and we're done. There's more rocks than I thought. I'll keep it in a bowl just because I don't want to have to put that in my 10 mesh, but there's no gold in that. That's all that was in there. So, all right, let's just go ahead and do the 10 mesh live and then we'll fast forward the rest. 10 mesh, there's that classifier. Dump all that in there again. Sounds like there's going to be a lot more 10 mesh. Again, there's not a whole lot of dirt in this. I didn't weigh it, but I know it was right under a pound. Probably should have weighed it, but I forgot. Sorry. There is all the 10 mesh, and we will fast forward the rest. This will be a quick pay dirt review.
And just like that, we're done.
And there it is. Looky there. We have got 7 classifications. Technically 6, because we're not going to really count the 1/4 inch. There's like 6 rocks in there. But there they are, 6 classifications. There's the pay dirt bag. We're going to start with the biggest, which is the 1/4 inch or the 4 mesh, followed by the 10 mesh, 20 mesh, 40 mesh, 60 mesh, minus 60, plus 110, and all of that is minus 110. Yes, I went ahead and did a 110 because there was mostly that, everything under minus 110. That is the smallest classifier that I have, so that is what we're going to, no, we're not. We're going to get that out of the way because we know there's nothing in there but rocks. I'm just going to see if maybe there's a piece of quartz or something. Then we'll start with that and we'll work our way to the 10 mesh. So yeah, let's go over here and let's pan this stuff. Oh, look, I'm already over here. And there is that 4 mesh that I was talking about. We're just going to wet it, see if there's anything of any interest in here. I'm going to dump all of that dirty water because I don't want dirty water in my clean water. No quartz, no nothing, just rock. So I'm going to dump those. They will go in my yard like all my pay dirt tailings do. I just dump them over in the side of my yard, because if I didn't, I'd have a garage full of dirt. So this is where we're starting. And I'm going to put, you know what I forgot to do? Magnetics. Let me see if there's any magnetics in here. Nope, none. Good. So I'm going to put about half in there, because most of this is just going to turn into mud. I went ahead and dumped every bit of that in there because it's mostly chocolate milk. And there it is. Basically all mud, very, very small sands. Here comes that cloud of smoke. Poof. I think that is good enough. I still haven't seen any gold, so let's tap it and see if anything is in that minus 110. Wait, something hung back. There is a speck of something right there, and I'm going to get my phone out and see if I can get a close-up to see what that is, but it doesn't look gold, it looks silver. So let me get a quick shot of that, and then we'll move on to the minus 60 plus 110. All right, so I'm going to try to get a shot of this. I'm going to go 3 times. Oh, there it is. Now let's go 10 times. See if I can get any kind of focus in on that. I don't think I can. Besides the terrible focus in on that little dot right there, that is a piece of gold. That is minus 110 and one single piece of gold. So I'm going to suck that up, and then we're going to move on to the plus 110, minus 60. Here is the plus 110 minus 60. There is not much at all. I'm going to stratify this, and when I'm done stratifying, we will pan it. This material is very dark, so it's really easy to see gold. So let's pan it, and I'll shut up. Do a tap back on this, and I think we have a few pieces, not a lot, but a couple, not much. I will get a close-up, or try to get a close-up of that as well. And yeah, there is all of the plus 110 minus 60, and I will repan that because I think I saw one little bitty dot that looked gold. Can we find it? There it is. Let's go 3 times. Looky there. Now you can see the gold. So there's some really tiny pieces, but 4 bigger pieces, and then it looks like there's like 5, 6, 7 just super microscopic pieces. I don't know why it's doing that. I was getting good shots the last time I had 10 times. I think it only does good with bigger gold. There's my tailings, and I think that piece right there is gold. So I'm gonna repan that, get it out, suck it up, move on. All right, so we are on the plus 60 minus 40. I've already stratified, so let's pan it. All right, that is good enough. We will tap this back, and oh, well, one piece, one lonely speck of gold. And there is the rest of the plus 60. And wow, I think another 1-piecer, maybe 2. Yeah, we got 2 this time. So slow going so far, but we did get 2 in that. I will take a photo shot, and we will move on to the 40 mesh. So here is the 40 mesh, and there is not much at all. So all of it is going in. And this will give me time to talk to you guys about a little something. That pay dirt that I showed you first, I'm trying to do something besides just pan it. I've been watching a lot of videos on smelting gold, melting gold, all of that, because I really do want to try to melt some gold. I've got a little bit of gold in a vial. I don't want to do it until I get enough information to where I feel confident enough to do it. But I just feel like everything that I've been watching on YouTube or just anything on the internet, I'm not getting exactly what I'm needing. Not much on how to turn placer gold into a bar of gold, as far as like what's the best method of doing it. I've got borax, I've got this Chapman's flux mix, all that stuff, but I don't know how to use it towards what I'm trying to do. And I will show you here in a minute when we get done panning this what I'm talking about. I'm trying to learn this as I go, and the more that I read about it, the more confused I get. That is enough. Quick tap, and hey, it's our first larger amount of gold. Yeah, looky there. We got all kinds of flakes in the 40 mesh. What do we get? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 pieces. And we're done with the 40, and after I give you a phone shot, we will move on to the 20. Before we finish with the 20 and the 10 mesh, I wanted to kind of explain what I was just saying a minute ago. That is the hard ore, the rock ore, the gold ore that's been crushed down that I was talking about. The reason why I haven't even done this yet is I don't know if I should pan it or if I should burn it. Put it in a crucible and set it on fire and see what happens. I bought Chapman's flux thinner. I got to figure out how to use that. I've also bought some borax, and then I've got this Chapman's flux that contains borax, silica, soda ash, and manganese. Boy, I can't even pronounce it. I shouldn't be using it. But see, I've got these little bags of it, and I'm not 100% sure on how to use them. I don't want to just start throwing this stuff, mixing it with gold, and just lighting it on fire to see what happens. Let me show you the vials I was talking about. There is what I'm wanting to melt. That is 4.6 grams of gold. And I'm wondering if there is maybe some other metals that are not gold in there. Plus, this was a pay dirt that I did a long time ago that had a ton of pyrite in there as well as gold, and I couldn't get it separated. So I'm wanting to put that in a crucible and burn it and see how or if I can get the gold separated from the other metals that are in there. But like I said, I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. I've been watching YouTube videos. I've been trying to find specific things like this to figure out how I can do it. Mount Baker Mining and Metals usually is the one that's always being shown when I'm looking these things up, but he does such large bulks, and he has these figures and layouts and measurements and all this and that of how much this and that and here and there that he puts in for this, and lead nails. And if I have to start using lead nails and buying big triangular thingy iron, what was it called, an iron cone, to pour all that stuff in so I can get a button, and then buy a furnace, so put a crucible and then put that in there, and it would probably be better if I just went ahead and just forgot the melting part and just went and bought the chemical stuff and did it the chemical way. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole yet. I'm sure I eventually will, but right now I just want to learn how to burn stuff.
Yeah, fire, fire, fire.
That's it. I want to heat it up, melt it, pour it, make a little ingot, whatever you call them, a button if you will. I just want to learn. So that's why I haven't done it yet, and that's why I'm kind of not scared, but you know, I don't want to ruin gold because I don't know what I was doing and screw up my gold. So there, let's get back to panning. The easy thing that I know how to do. It's not even that easy, but I know how to at least do that. So we're on the 20 mesh. We're almost done. Again, there's not a whole lot. I'm just gonna have to dump it all in there. Let's go ahead and pan it. I could pretty much pan everything but the gold out. Let's tap it back though. Looky there, all of the 20 mesh, and we got a bunch. I'm not gonna count them, but I would say about 20, 25 pieces. Phone shot, and we are done. We gotta go to the 10 mesh. And there's all that pretty gold. Let's look at that one. I know that's not gold. No, that's a rock. You're a rock, right? There's the rest. Now that is gold. Boy, you can tell that's been in a river. And just like that, we are down to our last bit, and it's right there. And that is all of the 10 mesh. And I got to do it all because there's just not a... Look, that's all the material. There's got to be some gold in here. I really don't think that all of that I've done is 1 gram. It sounds like there's some gold in there. Oh yeah, we got some gold. Let's finish it off and I'll show you, because I can see it. Can you see it? Boom. Get all that junk out, and there it is, 5 pieces. And sadly, we're done. Phone shot, and then we'll talk. And there it is. There's 1 time, there's 3 times, and here's 10 times. That was fast. Super fast pay dirt. It's the only thing I don't like about getting small bags. It's just like that. I've already got it separated, cleaned it up. We're gonna dry it. We'll take it up there, and you know the rest. We'll weigh it, get a value, get an ROI, all that good stuff. See you guys 1 floor up. We are up in the room. It is time to look at this gold and then weigh it. Let's get the phone out and take a quick look at it. All right, now that we've looked at that, it's time to weigh it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a wild stab at it. Looking at this, it's gonna be barely a gram. There's the tray, 0 it out. We are on grams, and here it comes. I'm gonna guess 1.06. Ah, 1.05. So I was off 1/100th of a gram. That's kind of what I figured I would get out of that. I already did repan and resluice all of that. I didn't miss any gold. Let's get on the gold calculator and let's get a value and ROI on that gold right over there that I keep pointing to that you guys can't see. It's right over there. We are on the gold calculator. Let's put in the grammage that I had done, 1.05 grams. We will call it 24 karat natural placer gold. Gold prices today. It is July 19th. It is $3,349.93. We will calculate $113.09. Put that in the percentage calculator, 113.09. I paid for this, and I don't think I even told you guys earlier. I went to go on his website. The reason why I didn't give you a description or anything is that pay dirt is no longer on his website. But I did pay $120.90 for that pay dirt bag. It was $107.95. Shipping was $12.95, made it a grand total $120.90. So we'll calculate that, 93.5%. Great return. Pretty typical Gold Nugget sales pay dirt. Very small bag, not a lot of material, very fast to pan out, and always right there. If it's a guaranteed 1 gram bag, you're gonna get 1 gram plus just enough to get over that 1 gram. Still a great pay dirt. He always gives a good return, so you can't complain about it whatsoever. But yeah, he doesn't even have it on his website anymore. Now he's got that 4th of July or Christmas in July or whatever that pay dirt is that guarantees like 105% return. Of course, he put that out right after I bought this one. So anyway, there is your pay dirt review of GoldNuggetSales.com, the California bag of pay dirt. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget, as always, to hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel, and I really would appreciate it. Also, share button, like button, notification bell. Until my next review, this is Heath. As always, peace and love. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.